I hope that everybody's having a great start to their fall. If you've been able to make it out in the woods, I hope that you've at least seen some deer and you're really remembering why the fall time is so special for us as whitetail hunters. I just wanted to go ahead and introduce this new series that I'm going to be doing on the channel. It's going to be a vlog style series where I'm going to try to put it out each and every week throughout the entirety of the 2025-2026 deer season. So that way I'm able to provide you guys with some up-to-date tactics on what you can be using for the different phase of the season that we're in, and kind of take a little bit of a look into my season. What are the things I'm doing? How am I getting prepared for my out-of-state hunting trips? How am I trying to keep up with where the deer are moving here in my home state of Ohio? How am I kind of formulating that plan to hunt my own personal property, as well as all of this big, beautiful public land that I have around me? So I thought that breaking it up in these weekly sessions can be valuable for you guys, so that way you have this live look in on just how the season's going, maybe some ways that you can look at some of the different main topics, and kind of give you guys just this general overview of everything that I have going on and everything that I'm trying to build with the brand, because I do have a lot of content coming out. So hopefully these vlog style videos can help kind of break all of that down and give you guys a central point of where you can go ahead and find everything. Now, I don't plan on these vlog style videos being as structured and polished as those fully edited videos that I like to put out on the different terrain features, the design breakdowns, everything like that. I think that those videos are great, and it seems like you guys do get some value in them, but I also feel that these deep diving into certain topics, the live action type of reactions to how the changes in the whitetail season are coming on, offering some insight just from my perspective, from the people within my hunting network, kind of how you can approach the different steps of the season. And honestly, I think that this series is going to be something that I really enjoy to look back on way down the road. I think that this is a pretty important part of my life as I'm kind of transitioning not only into fatherhood, but continuing to try to grow this brand, all the while doing this wonderful activity of getting out and chasing these whitetails. So I think that doing series like these will be beneficial for you guys, but also hopefully something I enjoy to look back on one day. So one of the things that I'd really like to do in these vlog style videos is just kind of take a general topic from the whitetail season that's time relevant and be able to try to just take a quick deep dive on it, so that way you guys can have some tools in your belt as we're in this phase of the season. So right now we're at the very beginning of the hunting season. It's been very warm here in Ohio, so the movement isn't a lot, but those summer food sources are dried up, and I'm talking about the whitetail shift here. What is going on when these deer are transitioning from those summer food sources into these fall ranges? Now, one of the first things that you're going to notice is that all of those bucks that you saw grouped up, hanging out together on those summertime food sources, they're usually going to start to break up. Now, that looks completely different depending on where you're at, but where I am here in southern Ohio, anywhere that there's ag, there's usually going to be a good bachelor group of bucks. And then if you can transition into the hardwoods beyond that ag, wherever the acorns are dropping close to that, that's usually where these deer are going to shift to. But as those bachelor groups start to break up, you can quickly see how a ridge system is going to get filled up with bucks really living all over the place, laying a bunch of sign. So one of the most effective ways that I've found to be able to get on deer in the early part of the season is by trying to target the white oak acorns that are closest to those places you knew the deer were eating in the summertime. If you're able to do that and you can just start checking oak ridge after oak ridge, eventually you're going to find that red hot sign that's going to tell you, I need to set up here now. Now, if you're on a piece of private property, obviously this is going to look a little bit different. If you have that food source that those deer are going to shift through, whether in the form of food plots or acorns dropping on your property, then of course you can tailor your approach around it. But if you don't have that, then it's either something that you need to work into your off-season plans to figure out how can I bring this onto my property, or you just have to accept the fact that this isn't the right time of the year for me to hunt here, and I just need to take a break, step back, maybe go and get some of my other chores done, maybe get out and hunt on a piece of public land, whatever that may be like. That's generally a good way that you can approach this whitetail shift as the season gets started and we actually start to get some opportunities in front of us. As far as the deer activity goes to start the season here, it's been extremely slow for me. Now, I know I'm seeing posts of people getting these really nice bucks on the ground, but the reality is when it's warm like this, the deer just aren't moving a lot. And even when you do find that sign I was just talking about with the shift, if you're not able to line that up with some type of a cold front or a nice rainstorm coming in, there's just really not much reason, especially in the afternoons, for these deer to get up on their feet early and get out and give you all of these opportunities to fill your tag on them. So honestly, it's fun to get out because we're so excited in the fall, but without that first cold front, unless you really have something dialed in where you've spent a ton of time on a piece of public to understand it, where you just have these bucks really well dialed on some type of a pattern that you're following on cell cameras on a piece of private property, then the early stages before that cold front can be tough. But the good news is, looking ahead, we have a cold front coming in here middle of the week in Ohio. I actually have a video dropping tomorrow, October 6th, on a few different traits that make up a really good first cold front stand location. That is going to be one of those edited videos, so if you guys want to check that out, feel free to head over to the channel and look for that. I believe I titled it The 3 Traits of a Great First Cold Front Sit. So check that out, guys, if you're looking for a tactic-based cold front for the early part of the whitetail season. Now, I haven't gotten any big buck down picks yet from any of the landowners that I work with, but hopefully that changes this week with the cold front coming in. I do have a really cool client success story that I'd like to share. I went back out to one of the properties that I first visited in 2023. This is a farm country property. When I first came out there, the landowner was ready to dedicate 50, 60 acres back to deer habitat of this multi-100 acre family farm that he had. And it's been this slow progression since 2023 where we've taken back more acreage, tweaked the initial plan, taken back more acreage again in 2025, tweaked the plan, and now he is well over 100 acres dedicated to deer habitat. Our strategy on that place has completely changed from that first design that we put together because we had such limited cover, but now that we have this giant amount of cover that we've implemented, it's really coming down to creating these strategic feeding locations, trying to find ways to manipulate deer movement. And I just really appreciated getting to see the inside look of how exactly he is setting up his property now that things have changed so much, and how much he loves the process. And honestly, I think that's what I love the most about what I do, is getting to work with landowners, helping them see that vision of what their property is actually capable of producing, and then just watching them run wild with it. This is one of the best people that I know. I think he's a really good guy, and I just love watching him continue to improve his farm. So although I haven't got any of those big buck down picks yet, that makes up for it because it really does mean everything being in a service-based business to watch the people you provide that service for take your service and just run with it. Just to wrap things up here, just want to give you guys a quick update on what you can expect to see this month across all of the different platforms that we have the Next Level Whitetail brand on. Here on YouTube, going to start doing these vlog style videos, hopefully getting them out to you guys once a week. The fully edited, polished mapping breakdown, design breakdown videos, I'm going to get those out every single Monday. And then sometime throughout the week, we're going to do a highlight session from the weekly Q&A from the SKOOL community. So we have all of these different topics we're going to be covering each and every week in a live Q&A in the SKOOL community. And then I will also just be posting, like I said, a highlight section, kind of narrating that video of that Q&A, pulling some things from it, and then putting it onto the YouTube channel. So that way you guys got a ton of content here in the community. We got the live Q&As. We're going to keep doing our mapping and our design breakdowns. I got some new courses in the works that I'm going to be pushing out through the month of October. And of course, we have our Rutcation giveaway. You can check out the details for that right here. I'll add them to the screen so you can see what's in it. All you have to do is join the SKOOL community before, I think it's October 25th. I'll put the exact date right here on the screen. But if you join the community, you're entered to win. If you're already a community member, you're already entered into that Rutcation giveaway. Go check it out, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this series, for following along with all of the things I'm trying to do here at Next Level Whitetail. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Let me know what you're most excited to see me cover throughout the course of the season. Best of luck out there this fall. We'll see you guys next week.